yes, welcome to Goodnighthausen with Danhausen. Danhausen here with very iconic, very evil Matt Hardy. How do you do?
Very iconic.
Very
I am the most innovative and creative trailblazer in the history of professional wrestling. Did you know that?
Danhausen did know this. Danhausen is number 2.
Oh, I see. Danhausen, how long have you been painting your face?
Danhausen does not paint. Well, actually, to be quite fair, this red here, Danhausen has been painting his face for about a year or so. Just added this red in over his skin.
Oh, you are so in luck today, my friend. I'm going to enlighten you. I'm pretty sure I'm the reason you paint your face. You put the red there anyway.
Why do you say
that? My idea for my brother to paint his face, because it would differentiate between two of us, so we'd both have our own individual identities at the Hardy Boys. So originally, it was my idea for him to paint his face. So I figure somewhere down the road, I'm sure you grew up watching us. We're both very iconic. I'm sure that's where you got the idea to paint your face. So I'm responsible. You're welcome, but don't mention it.
Well, thank you, Danhausen appreciates your ideas of some sort of saying that Danhausen stole this idea. Danhausen does not steal ideas. But what?
It's okay.
How do you mean?
I've been excellent, my friend. I've been excellent. Very good.
It is quite nice.
I've been putting myself first and foremost now, which I've needed to do for a while.
Yes. You should always put yourself first. That's what Danhausen always says. Maybe you took that from Danhausen.
Maybe. Danhausen, I would say, how are you doing? But I really don't care. You're very lucky and fortunate to have me on the show. I am the iconic Matt Hardy. But I hope you're well.
Well, Danhausen, thanks you. Yes, so Danhausen's very excited today because we have a clash of two legends, if you will, Danhausen and Matt Hardy.
Oh, is it someone else on the show?
No, Danhausen, a legend of his own.
Oh,
Danhausen.
Did you say allegedly?
No, legend.
Oh, legend. Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's adorable. Yeah, okay. Great.
Yes.
Great to see you, Danhausen.
Ah, yes. Well, it's Danhausen, but we'll let that one slide. We'll get the editors to cut this.
Oh, okay. Is Danhausen a nickname? Is it short for anything?
No, it is one word.
Oh, one word. How many syllables?
Carry the three of them. Yes.
Intriguing.
Well, as Danhausen was saying, it is quite rare on the occasion that you get two innovators, two legends, two veterans of the business in the same virtual room of some sort and have some time together.
Did I mention, Danhausen, that it was my idea to do the first ever tag team ladder match in 1999?
You did not? But
considering that was my idea, the table match, I decided to add that as well. And of course, WWE listened to my creative genius then. And that's kind of the whole movement that started the TLC match. So actually, I am responsible for everything TLC. I'm responsible for creating the match. I'm responsible for the pay-per-view. And I don't even get royalties for that. That is an injustice.
It's just quite
an injustice. An injustice!
An injustice!
Sorry.
It's true. Danhausen will email them and tell them to send you sacks of money for that.
Yeah, please, because that is truly very evil.
It is very evil, not even nice at all.
No, not nice at all. You're not on the nice list. People that stole my TLC concept, my creative brilliance and creative genius, and marketed, and they're still making cash off of it. I should be making cash off of it. Speaking of that, I got to start charging a private party a fee. They're getting way too much information and intel without paying enough.
Never do anything for free.
Never.
Danhausen learned this from you.
Good.
Watching and learning.
It's the best lesson you'll ever learn.
Actually, speaking of lessons, Danhausen saw you teach, Mike and Jeff Youngbuck.
The
properly how to watch a monitor. You stand off to the side and kind of take a look.
Well, you want to see your profile. In marketing, in wrestling, it's all important about, the beauty of the shot and the way you look, and you want to have a nice shot. You want to see, you have to see your face. This is where you make your money. This is where you make your money. That's such good shit. And that's what. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. Usually I don't, but sometimes I get inspired when I think about this. I got a little into the moment, too heated, too into the moment. But you have to show people your face. You have to show them your body, your physique, and let them see your physical emotion as you're watching this match. That's what's most important.
Very true. See, Danhausen's taking notes.
Good.
From the
mental notes. Put them in your pocket.
Well, Danhausen must ask you, is it okay if we ask some Fanhausen questions?
I'd love to.
Yes. All right, let's see. What's this first one? Danhausen, yes. Yes.
It's not a question from Internet Nobody, though, right?
No, they're Fanhausen.
Because Internet Nobodies, they're an epidemic online right now. Do you know how bad the social media mob, do you know how jealous they are of me? Do you know how bad they despise me because I'm so successful and so iconic and so legendary? Just make sure it's not an Internet Nobody. This is a safe space, right?
Danhausen knows exactly how you feel. Danhausen's so famous. He goes out in public and people get mad at him.
I get so tired of signing autographs.
Yes, exactly.
You don't understand how hard it is to be Matt Hardy.
Let us take
Okay, what was your question?
Appreciate that. Well, anyways, they would like to know a life lesson taught to the iconic Matt Hardy by wrestling.
Well, the biggest life lesson I've learned, especially recently, is put yourself first and foremost. Because, my whole career, I've just been too selfless. And it always comes back to bite you. Whether it's my brother or a Shannon Moore or Team Extreme, or even when, Damascus and the whole house Hardy, I always put, the people in the background, I always tried to pull them up to my level and put them in the foreground. But then they try and take your ball and run with it. All the success you created. So it's very important to put the spotlight on yourself and kick other people out of it. And that's what I'm going to change right now going forward.
Yes. Think of yourself. That's it.
Yes. And it's not being selfish. It's just being smart. This is a business.
It's a good brain.
Yeah.
A good brain to have.
Yeah. Follow my advice. You're going to go far.
Listen to that, everybody. Listen to that, Internet.
Yeah.
No
Listen to that, Internet Nobodies.
Yeah, take that. Anyways, these Fanhausens also would like to know, Danhausen was in Toys R Us the other day and saw an action figure of Matt Hardy. What is the most, the merchandising item that you are most proud of, if you will?
Matt fact. Matt has 482 action figures. I didn't know if you knew that or not. Those are all different.
Zero.
Well, you'll get there. Keep working hard. Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. One day you'll have something.
Yes, true.
The thing I was going to say, the piece of merchandising that I am most proud of. I'm pretty proud I got one of those wrestling buddies. When I was a young, wee little fellow, I remember the wrestling buddies. And that was kind of merchandise that became passe or out of date, and then they brought it back just because I was so popular, and they made one of me. So that's probably my favorite piece of merchandise.
Very good. Danhausen does love those. Danhausen actually has one of those himself.
Of me, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Good.
Sleep
with it.
No, Danhausen does not sleep with this doll. Danhausen practices wrestling maneuvers on it.
I see. Okay.
Yes. He does the leg drop, and he does the twist of fate. I think Danhausen's going to start using these finishing moves.
Yeah, feel free.
Yes. Oh, see, there's permission. Danhausen has permission to steal your roster moves now.
Just make sure you put a little check in the mail, as they say.
Danhausen sending you a sack of money.
Good. Kind of like the sack of money that we won at the tag team ladder match back in '99 in No Mercy.
Yes.
Did I mention that I actually created the concept of that match, and I was the one who put that match together, and it led to the table match, and ultimately I created the whole TLC concept? Have I mentioned that yet?
Danhausen is not No, this is the first time. Must be.
Well, I did. I'm responsible for the creation of the TLC match.
Very good.
You're welcome. Professional wrestling, sports entertainment.
Created the Hell in a Cell match.
No, but I had a lot of great ideas. I really walked Undertaker through on that one.
You did, yes. Well,
of course. I beat Undertaker twice, back to back on TV. One of you guys ever do that? Yeah.
Danhausen maybe did once. He cannot remember, but who knows?
Next. 2 times straight, back to back, SmackDowns. Defeated the Undertaker, the Phenom.
Was this Damascus?
No, that was Matt Hardy. He won. That's who that was.
Wow. Where's Damascus been?
Damascus is inside. He's being withheld right now. I am harboring him internally because internet nobodies have a big problem with Damascus.
Ooh.
You know, so they don't deserve the creative brilliance that is Damascus.
He's quite wonderful.
I mean, were you hoping to have Damascus on your interview?
Oh, Danhausen is very happy to have this iconic.
Oh, very good.
But
I mean, I might sound and seem like an elitist, but I'm a very kind man, the kind of man you want to know, and also the kind of man you want to be on your show. The kind of man you want to be on your show, because I'm going to drive these views through the roof.
They're getting millions of views.
But let's get back to Damascus. I mean, is this a safe space? Because I'm sure people would be entertained. The fans that are a loyal fan base of Danhausen and Damascus, they would probably love to see their universes collide.
Yes, it's a bit
But
of
is this a safe space?
Yes, it is.
Free of internet nobodies?
Free of them. There are none. Release him.
Wait! Pause the multiverse! Damascus is a being that is over 3,000 years old, that dwells inside the mortal vessel of Matthew Hardy. Yes. Danhausen, it is so good to see you again, my friend. Yes. I just had a very powerful premonition.
Whoa.
Damascus has reeled with your essence, Danhausen. Yes, your essence is 39 cycles old.
Oh.
It is Santiago. Do you remember Santiago when you and myself and George Washington were all having dinner that time in England? Yes. Do you remember that moment? Are you cognizant?
Yes, Danhausen's cognizant. Yes, Danhausen remembers. It was quite the lovely time. Very nice, very evil time we had.
Yes, I hope you are aware. If not, I will work on helping you procure your own broken brilliance.
Yes, well, maybe Danhausen needs a little bit of help procuring his broken brilliance. So, Danhausen is here. He's all ears.
It is so good to see you again, my friend.
Been too long, to be quite honest. Danhausen's
Santiago, what have you been doing? What is going on in this current vessel that you dwell in?
Well, Danhausen has become very famous, very evil.
Oh, that sounds absolutely wonderful. Yes.
It is wonderful. Yes, Danhausen's
Were you going to whisper a sweet nothing into my ear?
Yes, he was. Danhausen has been using his evil powers to become very rich and very famous.
Delightful, yes. I am very proud of you, my friend, yes.
Yes, Danhausen's been wandering the towns. He went to a store the other day and bought his own t-shirt in a retail factory.
Oh, yes, that sounds practically perfect. Now, Danhausen, correct me if I am wrong, but currently you are doing a little bit of work with the Honorable Ring. Is this correct?
Yes, Danhausen, you had a good time there. Danhausen said, well, if Damascus can have a good time, then Danhausen can have a good time.
But of course you can, yes. Because you are going to thrive wherever you go. Because you are not an obsolete mule. No. Danhausen is a bad man. Said no one ever.
Oh, some people don't like Danhausen. They call him a bad man, but he is evil, so.
You are a good man.
Danhausen is very good, yes.
You are a cornerstone of this movement that professional wrestling must go on, moving into the future. I have been to 3034. They talk about the legend of the Danhausen. They talk about the legend of Santiago, the essence that dwells within him. Yes. Continue doing what you were doing. Destiny awaits you, my friend. Yeah.
Well, Danhausen's been trying to tell this to everybody. Perhaps they'll listen now that you've said so.
Of course.
Danhausen tries to tell everybody how famous and powerful he is. Sometimes they don't listen.
It is only beginning. Your journey is merely beginning. Just hold on. It is going to be an amazing ride. Absolutely prepossessing.
Maybe one day Danhausen can buy his own boat like you have.
Oh, that would be great. Yes, maybe you could buy an own maybe you could bring your hot air balloon to the hottie compound. Yes, and we could delete a couple of obnoxious aunts together. That would be a swell time, Danhausen.
Oh, they have a very wonderful time. Terrific, if you will.
Tremendous, yes.
Let Danhausen. Danhausen has, this is its very famous internet show, Goodnighthausen with Danhausen.
But of course, who does not know of this show?
I don't know. Nobody, hopefully. But the Fanhausens have some questions they must ask you.
Oh, I love answering questions. Please, por favor.
Oh, the questions. Yes. First one. How do you keep this wonderful hair?
No, it is just fate.
Yes.
By a very fortunate twist of fate, this hair this is just how it appears. It is part of my magic. It is nothing that I go out of my way to make happen. It is just something that happens. It is destiny. It is instinctual. My hair I wake up like this in the morning and it is instinctual. This is just the position it moves to.
Danhausen is the same thing.
I have been blessed by the 7 deities, by Nerik, Broha, Gustafa, Sergo. That is why my hair is like this.
Danhausen's barber named Jacques. You have 5 barbers.
7 barbers, really.
Oh. Well, Danhausen has 1.
I do things in 7s.
Oh, that's very good. Danhausen does things in 6s sometimes.
True.
3 times.
Maybe you need to one up your game a little more and get to 7 as well.
Oh, perhaps Danhausen will take that advice. Now, there was a very serious question on here.
Of course, I am a very serious individual.
Yes, Danhausen has been wondering this himself for probably at least 25 years. Well, this is the question. Does it hurt to slap a tornado? Danhausen must know.
Not when you are driven by broken brilliance. Not when you are kindness to humanity. No, it is just something I must do. It is something that must be done. Slap a tornado is no problem, yes. I like to slap all natural disasters.
Is this breaking news?
Especially hurricanes. Sometimes it takes me 2 years to slap the hurricane and make a save, but I will save him.
This is true. That hurricane fellow was in your compound, if you will.
Yes. That hurricane fellow is always creeping around.
He's a menace.
He's a dastardly young man.
Well, perhaps we'll take care of him. Now, this question sort of leads into there because it is related to people in your compound.
Yes.
Someone had asked who your dream roster would be. I think it was about 6 people. It doesn't need to be. Of future compound people to come to your compound and have a nice time. Maybe go swimming or something.
Individuals. You are looking for individuals that could come to my compound and either go to battle with me or against me.
Yes, either or.
Well, now because I have refound you, Santiago, after 477 years, of course, you, Danhausen.
Yes, number 1.
I still would like to get that hole of the ass, Chris Jericho, there, because he deserves absolute and total deletion.
Terrible. He's a
very, very bad man in every sense of the word. Not evil in the good way you are. He is just awful.
That is Chris Judas. He's a menace.
Individual. Yes, Chris Judas is what you call him. I call him the hole of the ass. A terrible individual.
Very true.
There got to be some other people that are very creative that I would like to have out there. Yes, let me think about people, especially people that are off the radar.
Whoa.
Sometimes I like naming people that are off the radar. Yes. The Darby Allin is someone who I think would have a fine time at the Hardy compound. He would be very enjoyable. Yes, the Darby Allin. And actually, one thing I would like, a person I would like to have an interaction with, maybe sit by the pool, would be the man with the orange pockets. Orange pockets, yes. The man with the orange pockets. I would like to just sit by the pool and We don't even have to talk. He can just be quiet.
Yes.
Just being in his presence, just having his essence near me. He has a very powerful essence, and it's just very quiet.
Danhausen teamed with him once. We both wore jeans.
Intriguing. I love that. I'm sure you guys were, you truly complimented one another. I'm sure you were absolutely stupendous team.
We were. We won.
You won?
We won.
Yes, you went to the old pair window, as they say.
Yes. We got lots of stacks of money that night.
You made your bags of money even bigger?
Yes.
Then we should probably continue to team with him. You guys would probably win again and 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 again. But that is strictly my guess.
Every single time we'd win.
Yes. The other person I would like to have at the Hardy compound would be the man that is macho, Randy Savage.
Ah! The cream of the crop.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And I might do that one day. Maybe I can have my scientists build a new time machine that I could go back in.
Yes.
We might do that. That match may happen one day.
You could clone him.
We could clone him, but I would rather have the originals, like when it comes to antiques and whatnot, I like buying the originals. I may be broken, but I shall never be broke. You can't put a price tag on happiness. Yeah.
Yes. That's what we have a lot in common. Both very rich, very evil. Now,
and those are the people I would select to have a compound match with.
Fantastic.
I think it would be amazing if your hot air balloon flew across and maybe Vanguard 1 took fireworks and shot it down. Yes, that would be absolutely breathtaking, don't you think?
Yes, we should do this at some.
I would be willing to buy you another one if you are willing to make that sacrifice.
Danhausen will make the sacrifice for a blimp, yes. Yes. Let's see, this is very exciting. Danhausen might get a new blimp out of this. Anyways, what would Danhausen be? Yes.
Whoa, okay.
What would Danhausen be transformed into if thrown into the lake of reincarnation?
Maybe you would come back as the shooter you originally were when you just wore the demonic tattoo on your chest.
Yes.
Maybe that's who you would come back as. Yeah.
He did not get lots of sacks of money, so Danhausen possessed him.
I see. Oh, you are almost gifted with possession like I am. Yes.
Almost. Yes.
Well, it's very similar. Yes.
It is very similar, but Danhausen does not want to think that you stole. Or Danhausen stole this. Danhausen.
It is okay.
It's a possession.
Everyone uses everyone else's things. The fact is, it is reality. I am a very reality-based character, and I know that this force inside me is very powerful, very strong. It allows me to do extraordinary things.
Yes.
It sometimes make these wrestling fans from the 60s and 70s very upset, but I do not know why. I am paving the road for the future for young men like you, Santiago. I don't know why these people get so upset.
Danhausen does not understand. You know what Danhausen says to these fellows? These humans? He says, up yours.
Yes. Tell these mortals. Yes, you tell them. You tell them, Danhausen.
Up yours if you do not like us.
Yes.
Okay? That's all you have to say to them.
That's not bad.
Surpasses the swear censors, too, from television. So that way, folks like you and I can stay on TV and become very famous and powerful.
Of course, yes. The thing that I like about them, they just can't stop thinking about me. It's just so lovely. They can't stop thinking about me. It's sublime.
Very sublime. Danhausen calls it lovely.
It is, yes.
It's quite lovely. Now,
Danhausen, let's answer some more questions. These are such fun questions.
Right.
Do you have any more?
We have one final one, and this is the most important to Danhausen because it benefits Danhausen directly. If Damascus had any advice for Danhausen on how to become more powerful, what might that be?
Let me ask Damascus.
Yes, thank you.
Damascus says, take Santiago, which I feel like Santiago has been possessed by Danhausen. and take that Santiago, take that Danhausen within you and let it take over. Let it take control. Do not be afraid. Do not feel constrained. Do not feel constricted by anything it wishes to do. Whatever it desires to do, just let go and step in with both feet and have faith. Because my friend, Danhausen, driven by Santiago,
Yes?
will let you go anywhere. Let you go everywhere. I have seen the future, and your path to superstardom is coming. Just open up and accept it, my friend. Embrace it.
Yes! Danhausen is accepting it now. Well, that's quite wonderful then. Danhausen will take this advice, and he'll take it to the bank, if you will.
Let's take it to the bank. Take it to the honorable ring. And
Yes.
run roughshod, especially on all those spot monkeys.
Yes! He's gonna punch them all in the groin.
Yes, because there is a massive, even with the coronavirus, a massive pandemic of them at the honorable ring.
Yes, Danhausen must clean it up.
Yes, I've been trying to clean up and help those spot monkeys, not indeed Jackson, for many years, but they are very disrespectful. They don't even listen to me anymore.
Danhausen saw this. They tried.
They are very sick.
Yes, they took your basketball. What are you gonna do with them?
You know, I tried to share the basketball. I tried to give it to everyone, but the way they are doing, they try and pull the iconic Matt Hardy out of this and try and, they try and compress the Damascus. It is a bad move. It is a bad move.
Yes, what is this? Yes, also, Danhausen had this iconic Matt Hardy on here earlier, and he was not nice. He was yelling at everybody.
Oh, please accept my humble apologies. His etiquette is just absolutely dreadful. I am so sorry, my friend.
Yes, well, Danhausen accepts that, but he said you were a menace.
Thank you, son. He said I was a menace?
A menace!
The iconic one said that my broken brilliance is a menace? That it is nefarious? That it is detrimental to society and 2020? How dare he do that?
You know what?
Danhausen, are you trying to start a fight between me?
Absolutely not. Danhausen's just telling the truth.
Don't be like the Bucks of youth.
They'll super kick him.
I am your friend.
Yes, we are good friends. And
Santiago, yes.
this is why Danhausen is just telling you.
For hundreds of years. Oh, thank you. Thank you for making me aware. Awareness is very, very important, mi amigo.
Very good. Well, there are no further questions, Damascushausen. So, do you have anything you would like to say to anybody? Anything you'd like to plug to become more powerful, if you will?
Of course, I am always looking to become more powerful. I will not stop until I take over this mortal's world.
Exactly.
Because I am the hero they don't know they need or they don't know they deserve. But I am that man. And what I would like to say to everyone out there that are true subscribers to my broken brilliance, yes, Damascus will always be here. Even if he's not at the forefront, he will always be here. And I urge each and every one of you to please invest in Santiago, in Danhausen, yes, because he is going to carry the torch and it is going to be practically perfect. I have seen the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Damascushausen.
But of course,
Danhausen appreciates the kind words. He thanks you for putting the lid on the iconic Matt Hardy, who was yelling at Danhausen constantly.
Oh, yes. That man, that iconic Matt Hardy, has a terrible condition. I am so sorry once again.
Yes. Also, Danhausen forgot to say this at the beginning, but Danhausen must do so. He was going to say, Damascus, I knew you would come, Hausen. Yes, there it is.
Brother Donovan, I knew you'd come.
Yeah. There it is. That was it. People really wanted to hear you say that, so Yes, Danhausen, thanks you for coming on the show of some sort.
Which, of course,
And
it is my absolute pleasure, my friend.
That's Danhausen's pleasure. And he hopes that you have a wonderful time at what is All Elite Housing, taking over. And yes.
I am currently working on rebranding it from All Elite Wrestling to All Delete Wrestling.
All delete. I'll delete them.
Yes.
Yes. Anyways, thank you for being on Goodnighthausen with Danhausen.